Belarusian people also helped to liberate your country, and now we, Belarusian nation, need support of other countries in liberating Belarus from Russian claws. I have to say that now Belarus is facing double crisis. The first one is humanitarian one. Belarusian people who are opposing dictatorship in Belarus are facing repressions and brutality from the side of a dictator who seized power back in 2020. In Belarus, any person who is opposing the regime or supporting Ukrainians in the fight can be detained for years and years. When the war in Ukraine started, Belarusian people showed clearly that we are on the side of Ukrainians, because we understand that Ukrainians are fighting not only for their land, they're fighting against dictatorship and tyranny. And the fates of Belarus and Ukraine are intertwined. We are absolutely sure that without free and democratic Belarus, there will be no peace and security in the whole region. That's why we encourage Bulgarian government and people to support Ukrainians with all the necessary things they need to deal with the Russian Empire. On the other hand, we as country ourselves are facing crippling occupation of our country. We also facing imperialistic ambitions of Russia. In case of Ukraine, Russia is fighting with the missiles, with tanks. In the case of Belarus, they are fighting with subjugating of our institutions and our economy, our military sphere, our education and media. We see the process of Russification. We see how Russia, together with the dictator Lukashenko, are trying to erase everything Belarusian from our country. And that's why it's important to strengthen our national identity, strengthen our people. And you are as Bulgarians, understand how it's important to save everything national. And of course, history of both our nations are similar. We both lived in the shadow of empires and passed through tyranny. And we know the price of freedom. And that's why I encourage Bulgarian government and Bulgarian people to stand with Belarusians in our fight for democracy, in our fight against Russian imperialistic ambitions. We want more solidarity from your side. We need your strong voice on the international arena supporting Belarusian people. Please distinguish Belarusian regime and Belarusian people. Belarusian regime is ally to Putin in this war against Ukraine, while Belarusians are supporting Ukrainians. And please, we ask you to isolate regime economically, politically, but help Belarusians not just to survive this fight, but to win this fight. Give more freedom to Belarusians in the giving visas to Belarusians for them have possibility to travel, to learn from democratic world. So our fight is very difficult. We have a lot of challenges, a lot of risks, but we feel that we are not alone in our fight, and we really appreciate a contribution of Bulgarian nation, Bulgarian people, Bulgarian government in supporting us on this difficult path. Thank you. Oh, it's difficult to choose one thing because so many challenges ahead of us, but definitely what people who are fighting against dictatorship need most of all at the moment is accountability. There are so many criminals in Belarusian regime, and we have proofs of their crimes, crimes against humanity, crimes of tortures, orchestrating a migration crisis, hijacking of airplane, dragging our country into the war, abduction of Ukrainian children from occupied territories to Belarus. And now we can't restore rule of law in Belarus because regime is prevailing there, but we think that international accountability mechanisms can work more effectively. And we want to launch special investigation on Lukashenko's crimes, and we need a leader in this campaign. And it would be wonderful if Bulgaria, along with other countries, will send referral to ICC, international courts, with the demand, request to launch special investigation on Lukashenko's crimes. It will be a very positive message to Belarusian people that regimes will not avoid impunity for their crimes. We understand that it will take a long time to investigate, but it's very important political messages to the nations who are fighting that the crimes are visible, that crimes will not stay unpunished.